வாகை சூடவா.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். வாகை சூடவா நிகழ்ச்சியில் ஐஐடி ஜேஇ அந்த தேர்வுகளை நாம் எப்படி எதிர்கொள்வது என்பதை பற்றி நாம் இங்கு காண இருக்கின்றோம். Dear students, you should be very clear about the topics you have to prepare for the IIT JEE examination. Do you know what are the topics? Everything you learned in your higher studies, that is in higher secondary, in 11th standard as well as 12th standard. Just shall we recollect the topics we learned already? You learned sets, relations and functions. Am I right? The first topic in 11th standard. Complex numbers, quadratic equations, mathematical induction, matrices, of course, the following of the matrices, determinants, sequences and series, sum of n terms. What do you mean by n terms? Arithmetic progression, geometric progression, and of course, harmonic progressions also. Then, mathematical reasoning, permutations, combinations, binomial theorem and its applications. Have you remembered? It's a very interesting topic, you know. All dealing with a plus b whole square, a plus b whole power n, etc., etc., etc. Then, limits, continuity and differentiability, differentiation 1 followed by its applications 1 and 2. Then, basic integration, method of integration, how to integrate a given function, definite integral and area. What is next followed by that? Of course, it is differential equation 1 and 2. Then, very interesting topic, coordinate geometry 1 and 2. Then, three-dimensional geometry. Of course, followed by that, circles, conics, vector algebra, statistics and probability and trigonometry. What is the difference between an ordinary examination and the IIT JEE paper? Students, you learnt everything briefly, but now you need how to find out the answer from the given 4 options. Of course, the problem seems to be like a very tough one, but something will be there in the problem. If you identify what is inside that, you can easily bring out the answer. Of course, like your higher secondary examination, you have 4 options will be given, and some questions will be in descriptive form. The thing is, how to bring out the answer. So, shall we explain some problems? Shall we learn? We will learn some problems in this. Of course, I will give you the first question. Go through that. It is from quadratic equation. Why I have taken these questions, you know. How the questions in IIT JEE will come. I have taken this from the previous year paper. Say, you are given alpha and beta are the roots of the equation x square plus 2x plus 2 equal to 0. Alpha and beta are the roots of the equation x square plus 2x plus 2 equal to 0. Then alpha power 15 plus beta power 15. My dear students, I know very well you have learnt alpha square plus beta square, alpha cube plus beta cube. Of course, you might have learned about how to find alpha power 4 and beta power 4. But now the question is alpha power 15 plus beta power 15. And of course, the answers are given 512 minus 512 minus 256 and 256. What is the correct answer? These are all will take only limited time. For that, you should have all the basic concepts in your mind. What do you know? If you are given an equation like this, x square plus 2x plus 2 equal to 0, it is a quadratic equation. A quadratic equation means how many roots it has? It has 2 roots. So, first find out the roots. Children, method will be different. The thing is how to get the answer. That is only. Say, x square plus 2x plus 2 equal to 0 is a quadratic equation. Try to find out the roots of this equation. You know different method. You can find out the roots by splitting the middle term or factorizing it. If not, we have a formula also. Can you remember the formula? Yes, it is x equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. What is a? Is a coefficient of x square 1. What is b? Coefficient of x, it is 2 and c is 2. So, it is minus b plus or minus square root of b square, that is 2 square 4, then minus 4 into a into c. A is 1, c is 2. So, 4 into 2 8 divided by 2 into 1, this is 2, 2 into 1 2. It is minus 2 plus or minus square root of minus 4 by 2. We know very well square root of 4 is 2, but square root of minus 4? Yeah, you learned it, ma. You have learned it in complex numbers. It is plus or minus 2i. Okay, so it becomes minus 2 plus or minus 2i by 2. It becomes minus 1 plus or minus I. Yeah, we have got two roots, and the roots we have taken as alpha and beta. So, we will take alpha equal to minus 1 plus I and beta equal to minus 1 minus I. Now, after finding this alpha and beta, you can find out alpha square. Why? There is a reason for that to find alpha square. Alpha square, how to get it? Alpha is, I told you, it is minus 1 plus I. So, alpha square is minus 1 plus I whole square. It is in the form a plus b whole square. You know, a plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. A is minus 1. So, minus 1 whole square plus 2 into minus 1 into I, then plus I square. It is, you know, minus 1 square is 1. So, 1, 2 into minus 1 into I, it is minus 2i, and I square, you know, it is minus 1. So, minus 1. So, both 1 and minus 1 get cancelled, you are getting minus 2i. It is a value of alpha. Similarly, you can find out beta square. Beta is minus 1 minus I. So, minus 1 minus I whole square, you take minus common. So, it becomes minus of 1 plus I the whole square. So, squaring a negative symbol becomes positive. So, you are having 1 plus I whole square. 1 plus I whole square means a square is 1 square plus 2 into 1 into I plus I square. So, again it becomes 1 plus 2I minus 1. We are getting 2I. So, from alpha and beta, we found alpha square as minus 2I and beta square is 2I. You know why? What is asked? Here asked alpha power 15 plus beta power 15. Okay. So, now we will find out the value of alpha power 15 and beta power 15. Okay. How to get it, sir? Alpha power 15 plus beta power 15. What to do with this? Yes, we can split this as alpha power 14 into alpha plus beta power 14 into beta. Next, what to do? This alpha power 14 can be written as alpha square power 7. You know a formula, a to the power m whole to the power n can be written a to the power m to n, m into n. Applying that formula, I have taken 14 as 7 into 2. So, 2 power 7, alpha square power 7. So, into alpha, of course, it is minus 1 plus I plus beta power 4, the same concept, beta square whole power 7 into minus 1 minus I. Alpha square, we found it is 2 minus 2I whole power 7 into minus 1 plus I plus beta square, it is 2I whole power 7 into minus 1 minus I. Minus 2 whole power 7, multiplying minus 2 by 7 times, minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2. You know, minus anything power odd is always negative, even is positive. So, minus 2 power 7, 2 into 2 into 2 into 7 times. Tell me how is the value? 2 into 4, 4 into 8, like that it is 128. So, minus 128 I power 7 into minus 1 plus I. Here again 128 I power 7 minus 1 minus I power 4 equal to 1. So we can split this I power 7 as minus 128 I power 4 into I cube into minus 1 plus I plus 128 I power 4 into I cube into minus 1 minus I. What is I power 4? It is 1. What is I cube? It is minus I. Okay. So, I cube can be written I square into I square is minus 1. So, minus 1 into I, it becomes minus I. So, minus 128 into I into minus 1 plus I plus 128. Of course, I power 4 becomes 1. So, I left it. 128 I cube is minus I. I am sorry for here also minus I into minus 1 plus minus I. Minus 1 minus I. Now, you take 128 common. So, 128 into minus of minus I becomes I into minus 1 plus I. Then here minus I into minus 1 minus I. Okay. Okay, students. Now, you have 128 I is common. So, we will take 128 I into the remaining are what all things we have? Minus 1 plus I, and I have taken 128. You have a minus also here. So, minus I into minus 1 minus I. You can simplify this now. It is 128 into I minus 1 plus I then plus I into minus 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 I square. That is 128 I into minus 1 I plus I is 2I, then minus I square becomes plus 1. So, this minus 1 get cancelled. 128 I into 2I. So, 128 into 2 becomes 256 I square. It is 256 into minus 1. The answer is minus 256. Okay. So, the given 4 options are, among that you have minus 256 is one of the answer. It is correct one. We will go to the next problem. What is it? Say the area in square units bounded by the parabola y equal to x square minus 1, the tangent at the point 2, 3 to it and the y axis. So, you learned integral calculus. Area bounded by any curve within certain limits bounded by the x axis or the y axis. You know the formula. Now, the question is the area bounded by the parabola y equal to x square minus 1 and the tangent to the parabola at a particular point 2, 3 and the y axis. Okay. Just you can understand the question carefully. If you understand the question, 50% of the answers will be over. And here you are given the options 14 by 3, 56 by 3, 8 by 3 and 32 by 3. So, get a picture about the question in your mind. Y equal to x square minus 1. What is it? It is a parabola. Parabola, we have got 4 types. Open right, open left, open upward and open downward. What type of the parabola is? Of course, your teacher might have told you, in the parabola, if we have the y variable in square form, it will be either open right or open left. Here, the parabola is in terms of x square. So, it is open up or open down. Just we have to think about it. So, I have a small change in the parabola. It can be written as x square equal to y plus 1. I think you might understand. It is a parabola open upward. Okay. So, it is of the form x square equal to 4ay. Just for to draw the diagram. Okay. So, x square equal to 4y plus 1. The diagram, it is passing through the point minus 1, 0, x axis, y axis. So, the diagram parabola will be of the form x square equal to 4ay. Now it is x square equal to y plus 1. Then the tangent at the point 2 comma 3. Where the point 2 comma 3? It lies on the parabola. Okay. So we mark the point 2 comma 3 here. Then we draw a tangent through the point. The tangent meet the axis here. The tangent meet the y-axis at a point. Okay. Here you got a point. You name the point 2 comma 3 as A of 2 comma 3. Now the question is the area bounded by the parabola, the tangent to at the point 2 comma 3 and the y-axis. So the diagram is nothing but the shaded region what I have drawn here. Okay. Now we will see the diagram for this. I will show you the diagram in the slide. See, this is a diagram. Okay. The area bounded by the curve. You just draw a perpendicular to the y-axis. It meets at the point C. First you have to find out equation of the tangent. Why? Then only you are able to find out the point where the curve, the tangent cuts the y-axis. So how to get the equation of the tangent? You know the logic. You know half y plus y1 equal to 2x x1 minus 1. You can substitute the given point 2 comma 3 here. So half into y plus 3 equal to x into 2 minus 1. Bring 2 here. So y plus 3 equal to 2 into 2 4x minus 2. Take this 3 also to the right side. Y equal to 4x minus 2 minus 3. So you will get y equal to 4x minus 5. You know why we are finding this value of tangent at the point 2 comma 3? To know where the tangent cuts the y-axis. That is why we found the equation of tangent as y equal to 4x minus 5. Children, why we have found the equation of tangent? To know where the tangent cuts the y-axis. You know very well, when a straight line cuts x-axis, its y-coordinate is 0. When a straight line cuts y-axis, its x-coordinate is 0. Here the straight line cuts y-axis at the point B. So you can substitute x equal to 0 in the equation of tangent. You will have y equal to 4 into 0 minus 5. So y becomes minus 5. Then the point B is 0 comma minus 5. Okay. Now actually what we need, we are supposed to find out the area bounded by the curve, the parabola, the tangent and the y-axis, the shaded region. The shaded region comes inside the triangle ABC. Okay. So we need the required area. The required area is inside a triangle ABC. So first we found the required area equal to area of triangle ABC minus the unwanted portion. Here you know between the line minus 1 to 3, this is unwanted portion. So integral minus 1 to 3, it is about x-axis. So x dy. What is x? In the beginning I told you x square equal to y plus 1. So from that x equal to square root of y plus 1. And you know square root can be written whole power half. So it is area of triangle ABC half into base BC into height AC minus integral minus 1 to 3 x is square root of y plus 1 dy. Okay. That is half into BC, distance between B and C. Children, this point is minus 5. So OB is 5 unit. Actually the point is only negative, but the distance always will be positive. So OB 5 units and OC this 3 units. So you will be having 5 plus 3 into AC, the horizontal distance 2. So into 2 minus, you can integrate it, you will be having y plus 1 whole power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2, the limits are minus 1 to 3. And cut this 2 and 2, you got 8 minus, bring out this 3 by 2 out, it becomes 2 by 3. First you substitute the number 3. So 3 plus 1 whole power 3 by 2, then minus, substitute minus 1. When you substitute y equal to minus 1, this minus 1 plus 1 becomes 0. So the lower limit value becomes 0. Okay. Now, what is the remaining? Say 8 minus, this is 4 power 3 by 2. You know, the 4 power 3 by 2 can be written 4 power 1 into 4 power half. So, which is equal to 8 minus 2 by 3 into 4 into 4 power half. 4 power half means square root of 4. Square root of 4 is 2. So, which is equal to 8 minus 2 by 3 into 4 into 2. Okay. So, it is, of course, now you take total LCM as 3, then take cross multiplication, 8 into 3 24 minus 2 into 4 into 2 16. So, it comes as 8 by 3. Okay. Shall we check whether the answer is 8 by 3 or not? Say these are the method we found, we got the answer 8 by 3. Now, we will check whether the answer is correct or not. Is it available there in the given options? Yeah, you see the option number 3. The area in square units bounded by the parabola y equal to x square minus 1. The tangent at the point 2, 3 and the y-axis is given as, we got the answer 8 by 3. It is option number C. Okay. So, what are the concepts you should have in your mind? How to draw the diagram? What type of the parabola is? Of course, if you know the type of parabola, then only you can draw the diagram. Then what are the portions? Which portions to be covered? Everything you should know it. Okay. So, if you have all the basic concepts in the mind, you can easily do the problem without any fear. Okay. Now, we will go to one more problem. From which topic it comes? We will see. The top problem comes from, complex number. 1 plus I whole power 10 plus 1 minus I whole power 10. What is the value of it? 1 plus I whole power 10 plus 1 minus I whole power 10. You are given 4 options, minus 1, 1, 0 and 2. How to get the answer? You learn the complex numbers. Then 1 plus I, 1 minus I, you know they are complex numbers, of course they are conjugate to each other. Okay, my dear. Now, let us take, say, you can convert the given complex number in polar form. You know the polar form, how to write it? We write 1 plus I equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. What is r? R equal to square root of the real part square plus imaginary part square. Real part is 1. So, 1 square plus 1 square, it is square root of 2. It is a value of r, that is modulus. Next, how to get this value of theta? Theta is tan inverse of b by a. Of course, you have one more method by knowing cos theta and sin theta. Okay. So, tan inverse of b by a, that is tan inverse of 1 by 1, that is tan inverse of 1. What is tan inverse of 1? Which angle for tan ratio gives 1? Of course, it is pi by 4. So, it is pi by 4. Okay. So, after knowing this modulus as well as argument, we can write 1 plus I as 1 plus I equal to square root of 2 into cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4. It is 1 plus I. It is given 1 plus I whole power 10. So, 1 plus I whole power 10, which is equal to root 2 cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4 whole power 10. Okay. It can be split as root 2 power 10 into cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4 whole power 10. Root 2 power 10 means root 2 into root 2 up to 10 times. Root 2 into root 2 becomes 2. So, like that 5 times we are doing. So, root 2 power 10 becomes 2 power 5. Then, what to do with this cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4 whole power 10? Yeah, you know a theorem, what is called a De Moivre's theorem. What it says that, De Moivre's theorem says that if we have cos theta plus I sin theta whole power n, you can bring out the n when it is real, when it is a number. So, it becomes cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Using this De Moivre's theorem, we can bring out 10 inside. So, it becomes cos 10 into pi by 4 plus I sin 10 into pi by 4. We simplify this as 2 power 5 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, 5 times. So, 32. We cancel 10 and 4. It becomes cos 5 pi by 2 plus I sin 5 pi by 2. Okay. This is 1 plus I whole power 10. See, the question is 1 plus I as well as its conjugate 1 minus I. So, we can similarly write 1 minus I whole power 10 as just a small change, that is we change the sign only. Okay. So, we are having 1 minus I whole power 10 is 32, 1 minus I whole power 10 is 32 into cos 5 pi by 2 minus I sin 5 pi by 2. Now, add these two. We found 1 plus I whole power 10 as well as 1 minus I whole power 10. So, we add these two, it becomes 1 plus I whole power 10 plus 1 minus I whole power 10. We have got 32 as common. So, 32 into cos 5 pi by 2 plus I sin 5 pi by 2 plus cos 5 pi by 2 minus I sin 5 pi by 2. So, cancelling this I sin 5 pi by 2 and minus I sin 5 pi by 2, we are having twice cos 5 pi by 2. So, 32 into 2 times cos 5 pi by 2, and you know cos pi by 2 is 0. Okay. So, totally it becomes 64 as many times, that is odd multiples of pi by 2 in cos. Of course, even multiple becomes 1 or minus 1, but odd pi by 2 becomes always 0. So, 64 into 0, the answer is 0. Shall we check whether it is 0 or not? We'll go to the problem again, we will check whether the answer is yes. You are given the option C as answer 0. Okay. See children, we got the answer 0. It is one of the given 4 options. So, 1 plus I whole power 10 plus 1 minus I whole power 10 is equal to 0. Okay. My dear children, the problem will be in this type only. Of course, some problem will be a biggest one, but some concept will be given as hidden idea. You should find out what is there inside, how to apply it, how to apply the formula, how to get it. You can easily bring out the answer. Okay. For you to take practice, I will give you 2 problems. Okay. Just go through the problems, try to get the correct answer. Of course, it is a problem coming from matrices, right. It is one of the topic for IIT JEE. If A equal to a 2 by 2 matrix 1, 1, 1, 1 and determinant A power 99 minus I is the identity matrix equal to 1 minus 2 power k, then k is less than 99, 100, 199 and 201. My dear children, understand the question carefully, bring what are the concepts, what are the formulas, what are the definitions, what are the theorems you learnt in matrices and determinants. Just recollect the ideas in your mind and bring out the correct answer. Okay. Of course, one more problem. Say if alpha, beta and gamma are in AP, then show that cot beta equal to sin alpha minus sin gamma by cos alpha minus cos gamma minus cos alpha. It is also an easy question. Just have an idea, when alpha, beta, gamma are in AP, then what is the concept we know? Twice the middle term equal to sum of the extremes. Keep the idea in your mind. You can easily find out the answer for this question. Okay, my dear children, problems will be in this pattern only. So go through all the formulas and definitions, get the correct answer in all the questions. Thank you very much.
இந்நிகழ்ச்சியை பற்றிய தங்களின் மேலான கருத்துக்களை கீழ்க்கண்ட முகவரிக்கு கடிதம் மூலமாகவோ மின்னஞ்சல் மூலமாகவோ குறுஞ்செய்தி மூலமாகவோ தெரியப்படுத்தலாம். அனுப்ப வேண்டிய முகவரி: சிறப்பு அலுவலர், கல்வி தொலைக்காட்சி, 8ஆம் தளம், அண்ணா நூற்றாண்டு நூலகம், காந்தி மண்டப சாலை, கோட்டூர்புரம், சென்னை 6,85,000. தொலைபேசி எண் 7824015000.